Do you think Brand New Day can be the best Spider-Man movie ever? It can be. Will it be? Probably not.
Will Spider-Man Brand New Day be the best live-action Spider-Man movie of all time?
All right, fan segment. These are y'all's questions. Thank you, patrons.
Well, I imagine a lot of these are Stranger Things questions.
No, I didn't put a ton in there.
All right. Well, then I'll save this one.
Okay. Do you think Supergirl will be the best female-led comic book movie of all time? I
Wonder
don't think
Woman
it's going to
17.
be. Yeah, well, not 1984, obviously.
No.
Wonder Woman is going to be very hard to beat, but I think it's going to be second.
I like the Marvels.
I think Supergirl has a chance to beat the Marvels. I know we're higher on the Marvels than most people, but on a rewatch, I was lower on the Marvels. I'm hoping Supergirl is in the conversation, but I would be impressed if it beats Wonder Woman. What was your most memorable in-theater release experience of the last 5 years? Stranger Things is up there. I don't know if I'm going to pick something over that.
I got news for you.
Oh, last 5 years? Does that include Endgame?
Nope. 2021.
Oh, No Way Home.
No Way Home is
duh.
number 1,
Yeah, easily.
2, 3, and 10.
It's not 4 through 8?
No,
9?
those are different answers. But 10 is also No Way Home.
So it swings back around. Is it anything else? Is it like 20?
I'm talking about like repeat viewings. Like my first time I saw No Way Home, that's number 1. The second time I saw No Way Home, that's number 2. And the third time I saw No Way Home is number 10.
What's the next drop off?
What's fourth place?
No, like what? Like No Way Home is at 10.
Yeah.
That was your fourth viewing.
Yeah.
Where's the fifth viewing? Is it at like 22?
I think I only saw it 3 or 4 times in theaters. I know. How many times did you see it?
Probably 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I saw Endgame like 7 though.
I saw Force Awakens 8.
What will be better, The Boys season 5 or Invincible season 4? I'm gonna go Invincible.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that. But I haven't seen The Boys, but just based on what everybody has said about it, I'll be watching
It might
The
have
Boys
a
soon.
Stranger Things effect where it's just gone on so long that people are going to be real critical of the last season because everyone's been waiting for Homelander to die, and the finale is going to get real cooked. I don't know.
Whose faults do you think it is about people being so overly critical about TV shows nowadays? Because people were
It's the internet.
You don't think it's Game of Thrones? Like if we had to attribute this to one TV show, because Game of Thrones was hated, but people weren't this mean to it.
Because I don't think the internet was as much of a thing. We didn't have TikTok.
WandaVision might be partly responsible. WandaVision, I think, did some damage. Were there any Stranger Things theories you guys wish were true or plot lines you wish they explored more?
Theories, not really. I think maybe the only theory that would have been interesting would have been the Mr. What's-It being the good part of Vecna.
Yes, I wanted that.
But at the end, when they gave Henry his speech about him choosing, he could have resisted it, and it's I'm me and the Mind Flayer, we are one. I actually really, really liked that. So I'm glad they didn't do the Mr. What's-It thing. But that was one of the only theories that I was interested in that made sense, that I was like, oh, this could be kind of cool. In terms of plot lines, the only ones that I would have been a little more interested in is just some of the ones that like I wanted a little more explanation on, like where the Demogorgons and the government, how the frick did we get out of the government. But other than that, you have anything?
I really liked the theory that somehow Vecna was using Callie, and that's how the children were seeing Mr. What's-It. Mm-hmm. I thought that was so smart. A couple things like that. I wish Conformity Gate was real because, that would have been so wild. It would have been such a big swing.
Yeah.
It would have just been fascinating.
Yeah.
So sorry. You're right. It's your turn.
Apologize again?
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. One more time?
I'm so sorry. What the fuck?
You did it. You shouldn't have done it. You should have just been like, no.
That was awful.
Good boy. Okay.
I knew you were going to say that.
Will the Odyssey be Nolan's highest grossing movie? Potentially.
No.
It's not beating Oppenheimer.
Dark Knight Rises made a shit ton.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, what is his highest grossing movie?
Dark Knight Rises is.
I figured it was Oppenheimer.
No, Dark Knight Rises made over $1 billion.
Whoa. I think it has a
Dark Knight Rises, it made almost 1.1 billion.
Oppenheimer made $1 billion, no?
No, 950.
It was close.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be in that range.
I don't know. I hope
You
it's
don't
on
think the
my
Odyssey
list.
has just as much or more hype than Oppenheimer did?
I think it has more hype than Oppenheimer, and I think it's more digestible than a 3-hour biopic.
That's what I'm saying.
A 3-hour rated R biopic with a sex scene within the first 30 minutes. But like,
Massive amount of boobage.
yeah, shout out Florence
Like,
Pugh.
Long amount of boobage.
Yeah.
Saw that with my dad.
Yeah, I saw it with your dad.
What was the question? Oh, the is it going to make a lot of money? Yeah,
Odyssey could be the highest grossing Nolan.
I think it's going to be close. I hope it makes $1 billion. That'd be sick.
I just think inflation might be what puts it over. It might sell less tickets than Dark Knight Rises, but Dark Knight Rises came out in 2012. This is 2026. Movie tickets are $30 now.
That's a good point.
If Avengers Doomsday is minimum Avengers Age of Ultron level, where it's not a 10 out of 10, but a fun enough watch, does that still ruin the MCU, as some people have put it? Absolutely not, because Deadpool and Wolverine, I think, was a step in the right direction for the MCU, and that movie is worse than Age of Ultron.
That's fair. I do think it needs to be. I think to have everything that it has going for it and everything that's in it, it should be a bit more fun than Age of Ultron. Like it should have more moments than Age of Ultron. But no, I don't think it's gonna. I hope it's as good as Age of Ultron. You know?
Yeah. Do you guys think In-N-Out is overrated? For me, it is.
100%.
I also think In-N-Out is
100%.
overrated. I have a hot take about In-N-Out. I quite like the fries.
Yeah, that's crazy. In-N-Out is fine. It does not deserve to have lines around the block at every single one of their locations. I don't understand it. It has a fine fast food burger. It's not a bad burger. It's a good burger. And that is all they have on the menu. I know they have secret items and you can do animal style and all that stuff, but their menu is 4 items long. It is hamburger, double hamburger, cheeseburger, double cheeseburger. So you have a menu that's 4 items long with a burger that's fine to good, with fries that suck and shakes.
I like the fries.
Any other fast food restaurant has like 20 different options, and their fries aren't made of chalk. And I know it's probably,
I like the chalk fries.
So third time you've said that.
I know.
Clocked.
I'm
Checked.
reiterating it.
Yes, I am reiterating that it's checked off my
Bucket list.
off the list of things that have entered my brain and that I have consumed as information.
Yes.
Ergo, you don't have to say it anymore.
Okay. All right,
The In-N-Out fries.
They're good. So In-N-Out.
Yes.
Let's compare it to fast food.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out?
Chick-fil-A, and it's not even close.
McDonald's or In-N-Out?
In-N-Out probably has better quality burger, but McDonald's has more things that I like.
And there's nothing better than
And
those
more
fries.
options, and their fries are better.
Yes.
So McDonald's.
Wendy's or In-N-Out?
Wendy's.
Yeah, their burgers are so good at Wendy's.
Yeah.
All right, Taco Bell.
I don't think there's a fast food restaurant that you're
In-N-Out.
going to say that I'm going to say is over In-N-Out.
So you think every fast food restaurant of all time is better than In-N-Out?
You know what's definitely better? Arby's.
Arby's. You think Arby's is better than In-N-Out? Yeah, it's a hot take.
What's worse than In-N-Out?
I think a lot. I prefer In-N-Out over Taco Bell. I prefer In-N-Out over Church's or Popeyes or any of those.
I haven't had those a lot.
I prefer In-N-Out over the one we were just talking about. Well, what did we just say?
Arby's?
Arby's, yeah.
Wrong. If one of you got tickets to the Doomsday Premiere, would you go without the other and not see it together for the first time? This is interesting because this almost happened before.
Please.
So this happened for Fantastic Four. They were
Correct.
able to give like one ticket, and we were trying to get you in with someone else's +1. So like between me emailing them and the other guy getting you a +1 and our Disney contacts were like we both got to go to Fantastic Four.
That's correct. But there was a real possibility that neither of us were going to go to Fantastic Four, and then you got a call.
Yes.
This was one of the kindest things Andrew has ever done, because we didn't go to the Superman premiere.
Yeah.
And I was upset about that. And then it looked like we weren't going to go to Fantastic Four, and I was upset about that. And I was like, oh my gosh, like we talked about docking too much. Like we're never going to go to another premiere. Like that's what I was thinking. And then you called me, and I'll never forget it. You go, they just invited me alone to Fantastic Four. I will say no to them right now if you don't want me to go without you. And I said, no, of course. And I was so happy and so relieved that you got invited, because like, thank God, because I just thought we got blackballed. Like I thought we were never going to go to anything again. So I was just happy that you got it. And then yes, Thank you to our people at Disney. We love you so much. You know who you are. But that we both were able to go. But that was so kind that you knew I was upset about it, and you had this amazing opportunity, and you were willing to throw it away because you were worried about my feelings. That is one of the kindest things you've ever done for me.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. There are pros and cons to this.
I would not go to Doomsday without you, but I would be happy for you to go to Doomsday without me.
So the pros would be obviously getting to see it early, getting the experience, getting to obviously do the networking, and like that's the biggest Marvel movie since the podcast has been a thing.
For sure. Not even close.
And then being able, it'd be hard to review it on the podcast if only one of us has seen it, but hopefully the other would get like an early screening or something. So there are pros to it. And then, if we have an event for it or something, we could go in knowing what's going to happen and know what to film and kind of what to say and whatever. But the con would be we couldn't film a review for it afterwards because we wouldn't have both seen it. And then also we wouldn't have the experience of seeing it with each other or in a group of friends. I've talked about one of the negatives of going to these events early is like I never get to watch movies with my friends anymore.
Unless it's like a Wicked situation where we're watching it for 5 times.
Yes.
Not that we went to any premiere for Wicked, but you know what I mean. Like, we do see things with friends, but it's usually
like
our third time
right.
watching things.
Like, I was going to see Primate with my friends this weekend. And then this mystery screening Paramount did was Primate, right? So now we're switching to watch Anaconda or something. Mm-hmm. So the pro of not going would be if we have an event or just see it with friends, we get to see it in a group of our friends surrounded by people that we like. We're not in a middle row scrunched up, looking up like this at the world premiere. We get to see it with our friends. And we would then get to see it at the same time so we could film. So I would potentially not go, especially if we have an event lined up, like one that we're doing. You know what I mean? Or if we have early tickets that, I know like a group of us are going to go to. That'd be tough though. But I think that's highly unlikely. I do not see a world in which they do that.
Where only one of us is invited. I agree. I think it's either neither of us or both of us. I agree. Docking with each other or with horses?
Each other.
I agree.
Do you think Brand New Day can be the best Spider-Man movie ever? It can be. Will it be? Probably not. I don't think it'll be Into or Across.
Take out the animated. Will Spider-Man Brand New Day be the best live action Spider-Man movie of all time? It's certainly got a good setup.
It's got a great setup. I think it will be better than TASM 1. I think it'll be better than Far From Home. I think it'll be better than Homecoming. I think it'll be better than Spider-Man 3. It would be hard for it to beat
good Raimi's.
Spider-Man 1 and 2 and No Way Home.
Yeah.
But if it's in that conversation, I'll be happy.
If it's in the home, you said it's going to be better than Homecoming. If it's the quality of Homecoming, I'm going to be over the moon. It'll be a top 10 MCU movie for me.
I hope Spider-Man does something in his own movie, though.
Well, he's going to be fighting that tank. Would you rather a flawless Avengers Doomsday and a flawless Spider-Man Brand New Day, or a new flawless Star Wars trilogy that revives the IP?
Marvel. Sorry.
Yeah, it's got to be Marvel.
Marvel. I love Luke's lightsaber so much, I might pick the trilogy.
It would change his life.
So he has Luke's a lot of content, yeah.
Like, that would change Luke's life. You know me. Star Wars is my favorite franchise. So, personally, my answer is Star Wars, but business, it has to be. If we get a flawless Avengers Doomsday, you imagine we're sitting here in December and we're like 10 out of 10, this is the best movie ever?
I would be surprised and happy.
Yes. For Hat Guy, what are your top 3 least favorite Star Wars shows? So they're all least favorite shows for different reasons.
Okay.
And I'm Yeah. So the first one I'm going to mention is Star Wars Visions as a whole. There are some episodes that are really great. The Duel, The Elder, there's some really great concepts in it. I think Black is the latest one to come out. That is some of the trippiest visuals I've ever seen. It's the perspective of a stormtrooper experiencing the explosion of the Death Star. Like really interesting stuff they pull off in Visions, and then half of it is the worst shit you've ever seen in your life, and just the fact that none of it carries over. I know that they had some sequels, like there were sequels to The Duel and this and that, but overall it's just too inconsistent, so I have to put it down there. Really high highs, but some of the lowest lows in the entire franchise. The next one I'm going to bring up is The Acolyte, which we reviewed very harshly on this show. I actually really enjoyed The Acolyte every episode except for episode 3 and the finale. But episode 3 is one of the worst episodes of television I've ever seen in my life in terms of like how it affects the lore of Star Wars and this and that. It just, they missed the mark so bad on that. And then
It's rare I'm lower on something than you.
But Acolyte is one of them.
I'm pretty mean to Acolyte. I do, and Echo.
Yeah.
Which is obviously Marvel.
But that finale to Acolyte is so bad. And I hate that people kind of defend it and defend that fight because I think it sucks. When she bleeds the Kyber crystal, it's like, where is this even coming from? And she kills Soul? Why? Like, it's so bizarre.
And then they lose their memory.
Yeah.
Or something.
It's just bad. Acolyte is bad all around. And then number one, my least favorite Star Wars show, it's been this way for a little while, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's not worse than Acolyte. It's probably not even worse than Visions. But what it represents is everything wrong with Disney Star Wars, in my opinion. Like, that could have been the greatest thing Star Wars has ever made. And the fact that you put all of the money and resources into the show about the co-lead for Rogue One. By the way, no hate to Andor. Andor's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it's like you've got Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor returning as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. You don't de-age him, so it's just 50-year-old Hayden Christensen that's supposed to be 19 in that scene. And it's bad. It's just a bad show. It's just missed opportunity after missed opportunity. And I've talked about it to death on this show, how often that show breaks canon and disrespects canon and does things that are just bizarre choices. And young Leia is really annoying, and I don't like what they do with Luke, and a lot of people are very critical of Reva, and I don't like what they do with the Grand Inquisitor, especially with his design. He looks nothing like an Utapawan.
Yeah. Leia doesn't bother me as much as she bothers other people, but I'm lower on Acolyte than you. I'm lower on Boba Fett than you. But also I didn't finish Boba Fett, so I didn't see the best episodes.
The finale is so fun,
but it's so unbelievably bad before that. And you've probably convinced me to be lower on Obi-Wan. I think I was like that one was good because I liked the last fight and like some other things in it, but like the more you talk about it and the longer I sit with it, I think I'm lower on it.
The last fight, though, like I get that so many people like it, but like I think
it doesn't
every
bother me that
choice is
much.
wrong in it. Even like people love to glaze the "I am not your failure, Obi-Wan. You didn't kill Anakin, I did." But that is Anakin or Vader giving Obi-Wan an out. Like that is him being nice, in my opinion. Like to me, Vader in that scene would say, like, "I'm your greatest failure. Everybody I have killed is your fault." That's more Vader to me.
I think either could be Vader. I just think it's stupid that like 2 episodes before he's getting drugged through fire because he can't freaking like kill a stormtrooper. Basically, he's so weak, and then he's killing
Prime Darth Vader.
Yeah, like it just the show just doesn't make sense. And I think the biggest argument that you have is what you said of like the potential for the show, an Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show.
Oh my gosh,
should have been the best thing in the world.
Well, first of all, it should have been a movie. But yes, absolutely, completely agree. It's absurd that it is what it is. The quality is what it is.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right, a few more. What means more to you guys? Doomsday and Secret Wars being a 10 out of 10, or the future of the DCU being amazing?
Avengers. Sorry. I don't feel bad about it. I don't.
I like Superman so much.
I love Superman too, but like, I like Infinity War better.
Am I gonna choose to make the Avengers movies 10 out of 10 just out of like loyalty to Marvel and like all they've given us, even though they've given me characters that I don't really care about for like 4 or 5 years, and they also just seem to also not care about them themselves given this Doomsday movie.
Yes.
As opposed to the potential future of like getting an MCU level, like phase 1 through 3 level quality with like Green Arrow and Superman and Batman. I don't know. I think I would go with that. If you're giving me DCU for 10 to 15 years at the quality of phase 1 through phase 3, as opposed to just Doomsday and Secret Wars being 10 out of 10s, I'm taking that.
Can I tell you what's going to be the nail in the coffin for me as to why I'm picking Marvel?
Business.
No. Warner Brothers is going to be bought by Netflix. None of those movies are going to come out in theaters. We're going to be watching the Batman Part 2 on iPads.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Like
I'm not going to be a doomsayer yet.
If we get 2 Avengers movies that are 10 out of 10s in qualities, that's going to save movie theaters.
Hey, it just says Doomsday and Secret Wars being a 10 out of 10. In this scenario, I could have the future of the DCU be amazing, and Doomsday and Secret War would be a 9.5.
Okay. Last question. Does Sebastian Stan being cast in Batman 2 increase his likelihood of being killed off in Doomsday or Secret Wars due to filming conflicts? Thoughts? No, because the Batman movies film for like 2 weeks at a time every 18 years.
I didn't really think about this, but I think, I mean, if he's a reoccurring, yeah, that's the Batman, not James Gunn's thing.
Exactly.
So maybe he won't be as involved. But if it's a franchise that's to continue, I could see him not necessarily being killed off, but maybe being used less at Marvel.
Sure.
If he's too busy with it.
Yeah, because he kind of is a prominent member of Marvel right now because of Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts, yeah.
Yeah. But probably not because they're bringing back Chris Evans. But if you're bringing back Chris Evans, you got to make Bucky a big part of the story.
I haven't even thought about that.
That they're going to interact again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting,
but
man.
is that our same exact Steve?
Yeah, it's got to be. They're not doing that.
All right. That was fun. That was a fun fan segment. Thank
Super
you,
fun.
thank you, patrons, for submitting those, and thank
Yes.
you, everyone, for watching.